Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got another vehicle overview for you today. This is also from the DC universe, from Spin Masters. This is the Batwing Battle Set from the upcoming The Flash movie. Stick around and we'll take a look inside. Okay guys, so here's the front of the package. As you can see there, the Batwing is right on the top, displayed really nicely. There's the 3 figures. It is the first edition. It has an exclusive figure, and it's called the Batwing Battle Set. There's the Flash movie logo in the bottom left corner, Spin Master logo in the bottom right, and the DC logo there in the top right corner. Okay, and here is the back of the box with the 3 figures displayed. The Flash is inside of the Batwing, and it looks pretty good. It's called the Batwing Battle Set. So let's get this guy open and see what it's all about. Okay, so here we go. Now that we've taken a look at the packaging, let's see what this is all about. And there we go. Nothing inside the box. Small piece of cardboard. You can see both figures. She's got the cape over her head. It's kind of funny. There you go. Alright, let me get these twist ties off and we'll get her open. Okay, so I got everything out of the package and got some wings here. We're just going to snap these together really quick. Let's take a look at the box before we mess up. Yep, looks good. It's just a quick snap. And another quick snap, and there you go. Batwing. Looks pretty good. I did get this off Amazon, as I mentioned, and it was $35. And that was the same price as the Hawk Cruiser. But I feel like that wasn't worth $35. I got it for $20. It was a gift. But I feel like this one is worth $35. And let me tell you why. For one thing, you get an extra figure. And supposedly it's an exclusive figure. So the only way to get this figure is from this pack. And looks pretty good. So you get 3 figures instead of 2. And then the biggest factor that I think makes this worth $35, and I think you'll agree with me, is the Hawk Cruiser and the Batwing are not really comparable. This is a really iconic vehicle. The Hawkwing, not so much. The Hawk Cruiser, I called it the Hawkwing. The Hawk Cruiser, not so much. Batwing, iconic vehicle. Got some landing gear that comes down. You know, it's light. I could tell it's hollow. It's like the Cruiser, but it's the Batwing. You know, this is my first Batwing, and it's a solid black, matte colored black. It's got a working cockpit. Cockpit's very upright. Doesn't look like anyone can lean too far back. Oh, he does though. He does lean back pretty good. I think in that photo they have him sitting up a little bit too upright. It's nice, you know, there's no detail, there's no paint in that cockpit or anything. But it's okay, you know, it is what it is. And I like it. You know, I like I said, I think it's worth the $35. Hopefully it gets cheaper if you're on the fence, if 35 is a little bit too much. It does have a whole bunch of screws there on the bottom. I think it's alright. It's got a great profile. You know, it's nice, but 3 figures, the Batwing, I think it's worth it. You know, especially if you have Prime, you're going to get it free delivery. Came the very next day. I found out about this one on the Toy Arc DC 3.75 appreciation thread, which I read pretty regularly. And someone put a link up to this one in there. And there was also another link, because I guess you're going to be able to get this. There's also another version that comes with the Flash and maybe Batman. but I decided to get this one because it had the exclusive figure, and I think I'm going to get that Batman single carded. So I'll get the Batman eventually, but this was a way to get him, this guy, and the Batwing at the same time. And I'm assuming they're going to have plenty of Batman single carded figures, just like they did for I'm sorry, Black Adam. But you know, it's hollow. It's very light. It feels a bit, you know, it's a toy. It's a true toy. When I compared the Hawkwing to the Star Wars vehicles, I think it came across, you know, there's not as much detail on these. There's not as much paint apps and so on. The sculpt is there, but the paint is not. It does have articulating, you know, landing gear, so that's nice. But it's nice. It's cool. It's. I've been on the fence. I've been wanting to get the McFarlane Superpowers Batwing, but that guy is 30 alone, and it's meant for 5-inch figures. But I was going to use it in this same, you know, for 3 3/4. But it's just never come down in price. I've seen those figures go for as little as $4, but the vehicles, for some reason, have kept their value, and they haven't reduced them, at least where I'm at. So this was a nice fix. I like this one a lot. It's like a modern take on that '89 Batwing that got destroyed by the Joker. It's very similar. You can almost tell that this comes from that. You know, maybe this is the second or third version of that same Batwing. But it's nice. I like it. Let's look at the figures real quick. Looks like we've got the Flash figure here. It's not bad. It's got they've got the thigh swivel back, and he looks pretty good. He's not bad. He's not bad. Flash isn't my favorite, you know, character or anything. Like most of Spin Masters, he's missing. He has no waist articulation, no ankle, no waist, no wrist. But he's still not too bad. His paint apps and his sculpt are pretty good. And Supergirl here. Not sure what version of Supergirl this is. Same articulation. She does have a soft goods cape. It's like this most Spin Masters. It's that same material, that same fabric. Not bad. Not bad. It's always nice to have another version of like a Supergirl or Superman, and in a more realistic one. You know, this is a movie one, so unlike some of the others that have come out. I think I have a DC Injustice Supergirl, I think. But this is a pretty good figure. You know, they are what they are. These are real toys, you know. You can collect them if you want, of course. But I do think that when they design these, they do imagine, you know, kids playing with them. And I think this guy is, you know, probably the best one. He's a little bit taller than these other two, just a tad. He's got a cool mask. They do have a swivel head. He's got some shoulder armor, which is sort of molded to him, so he can't get his arms all the way up as the other two can. Can't do that. This is about as far as he can go. But they can all do the splits, ball jointed hips, single jointed elbows and shoulders. But he's not bad. I'm wondering if this is like a suit, some kind of super suit, or like space breathing. I don't know. Superman, they didn't need to breathe in outer space, I thought. They don't need that kind of stuff. Superman never needed a mask in outer space. But I don't know. I don't know. He's cool. He's different. He reminds me of someone from Thor: The Dark World, like one of those elves, that the accursed guy. Reminds me a little bit of that. But he's cool. He's not bad. I wonder, you know, he has a name, so he's not a army builder. But I could see if this guy was really cheap, them selling him as an army builder. I think people would buy more than one. The fact that you have to buy this pack to get him, I think it's going to limit people from, You know, like me, I'd get him if he was single. I might get one more. As two henchmen. I think from what I saw, this guy, he's Kryptonian. That's the word I was thinking of. Kryptonians don't need to breathe in outer space. That he is Zod's, like one of Zod's soldiers. But yeah, that's the pack guide. So you got the 3 figures, and you got the Batwing. The Batwing is definitely the star of the pack. Amazon exclusive. It's got a nice, you know, matte black to it. Nice sculpting. You can see all the little grooves in there, and even on the bottom. The wheels do not roll, it looks like. They do come down. They're more like a stand, but they do not roll. They are just a solid plastic. They do not roll. So, but it gives him, you know, he's able to stand, or, you know, park, I guess, land. And you just pull them out with your finger. It's a little hard for me to do because of my fingers, but there we go. So you got the 3 landing gear. It's nice. I like it. I do like it a little bit more than the Hawk Cruiser. I think it's more to scale too, because this was a single seat ship, you know, plane, where that was like a big giant cruiser, but instead it's a, you know, pretty much a fighter. So there you go, guys. It's a quick overview. It's nice. I would grab it. I do think it's worth $35. It's worth even more, or it's even bigger of a pickup if you can find it for less, and get the 3 figures. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the overview. I'll try to show some photos of him next to some of the other ships so that you can get a good idea of scale with other 118, 375 vehicles. And that's it, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, okay? Peace. All right, I thought this could be fun just to kind of show you guys a little bit of my Batman collection, of who I'm going to probably try to put inside of this Batwing until I get that Batman that goes with this. But you can see here I've got the Keaton Multiverse Batman, another DC Mattel Multiverse Batman. This Batman, I can't quite remember. I think he was from the DC Direct online. He's a bit smaller than the rest. Here is the Battinson Batman from the latest movie. This is the Hiya Toys DC Injustice Batman. And here is this one of the Spin Master Batmans. I have many more Batmans. Just thought it'd be fun to kind of show you guys some of them together. And you can see they're all fairly about the same size. It's funny because I probably like the Keaton Batman the best, but the articulation and the cape is probably the best on this Hiya Toys one, but it's also the most finicky. There's a blue version of this Batman. I just pulled out the black ones, which is actually probably my favorite out of all of them. And you can see the Spin Master, this comic book version. There's tons of different Spin Master Batmans, but they look good. But you can see that the Batman, the 2 that are based on the movie, are both the tallest, it looks like. So I thought that was kind of curious. But we're going to try them all out in the cockpit, and I'll let you know which one I think fits the best out of these here. Okay, so just very quickly, these 3 fit, and these 3 did not. And, well, at least safely. The ears on their cowls always seem to be in the way, and I didn't want to pop the canopy off or break any of the ears on their cowl. These 3 fit in quite nice. So if you're looking for an alternative to a Spin Master, these DC Mattel Multiverse Batmans look like they fit pretty well. And again, just for fun, I thought I'd show you guys my other Supergirl that I have here. This is the Hiya Toys DC Injustice Supergirl, and the new one from the Flash movie. And you can see they're almost pretty much exactly the same scale. The Spin Master, she looks a little bit bigger, but not by much. Not by much. Of course, different suits. But I just thought I'd show you guys for fun.